Well, hello everyone. Here to show you the Cars Tractor Tip 5. It's like you got right here is the coloring sequence you're talking about. Is right here is the Cars Tractor Tip you got right here is the tractor and along with Lightning McQueen right there and along with Doc, and then right here this scene right here is pretty much just takes place is like which I went ahead and drew is like a scene that's near the beach, near is at an ocean, and I did not really pick an in particular ocean in mind. It could be the maybe the ocean in Florida or Hawaii, or maybe California, or it's like parts of Massachusetts or whatever. Is say maybe Massachusetts, or but some from some other say part of other continent. But other than that you're talking about right here is with the ocean. The scene for oceans I went ahead and drew right here is the pictures like you got the fish right there. But on the other hand too, if you were to it's like watch a movie, it's like but it's like cars. It's like you got right here is Doc right here. It's like you have a see Doc right here, and then of course at the the scene right here with Doc. It's like you're teaching the Lightning McQueen the basics about the is it with racing, and it's like it's like with Doc right here. It looks like he may have gotten just say is a normal car wash or maybe a paint job done. But right here is you have right here is with Doc, and then right here that you got right there is a scene of a fish right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a some color of blue right here. It's like for the fish. It's like you got right here is for the for the eyes, and then of course at the whenever if you were to go they could catch a few fish out there at the in the ocean, it was that maybe they would be in like what you call in different colors, and then go ahead and shade right here a little bit of blue right here. It's like you got and drew right here is the seaweed. And of course at the I was just thinking that if they were to make another Cars movie, then that maybe they could make another Cars film based on it's like out there at a place where there's like a little character that would build a track for Lightning McQueen to race on. It's like for like on a construction site or something like that. But other than that, right there, as you got right here, is a scene right here of is ocean. It's like ocean diving. It's like where it's like Lightning McQueen would it's like you go into the ocean, race in the ocean, and kind of explore the different fish and then the different sea life down there. It's like with the whales, and then they say the dolphins. It's like I really don't know. It's like I guess other than that movie, The Shark Tale is that think about it's like maybe include like a whale or anything like that. It's like say go ahead and add like a dolphin looking character right here. Got got a dolphin right here, but it's like with this fish right here. It's like some people say it's just a sea creature. It's like a sea creature with just like you draw an eye and about right there, and then of course you got the dolphin, and right here so you got the waves right here. It's like you add some artistic talent. It's like for the waves. It's like right behind Doc. It is. You got the fish right there, and then like the tractor, and right there, of course, is you have the tractor scene, and go ahead and use is like is the black, it's like the shadow. I think is the gray as before. It's like the gray shadow is, but go ahead and draw is like that scene goes like. But other than that, you got that it's like the tractor is like you're ready for you to come up to a rest stop, and then of course it's like have the fuel that had you say the tire pressure checked, whatever it is during the race. You got Lightning McQueen, but then right here is a scene right here. It's talking about the beach scene right here. I don't know. It's like about to calculate about it's like how many miles you would be from the beach it is. But other than that I went ahead and drew right here. It's like some details right here of a beach. It's like a rainbow color right here, and I add some green, of course. Not really to think that there's grass, but like just add some rainbow type of artistic details right here. But other than that, you probably think about is that if you are a certain distance from the beach, and then think about It's like if you could maybe find a few seashells or anything like that. But anyway, I was just thinking that with most people think about this, that on the beach, it's like really that about racing. It's like being a location where that there's a lot, it's like within a city limits. It is a place where there's at least yeah, I don't know, 300 or 400 square miles of a space where you can actually have a racetrack right there, and at other locations it's like where you would have a race. And with most kids, it's like if you played the game by tag, it's like that you would say that you're it, and then you would the game of tag that you would point to somebody and say, well, catch me if you can. I guess that's usually how you would play the game of tag. But you got right here is the scene right there. Is you got the track right there, and I was like saying the name for a speedrunner. You got speedrunner right there. But then of course go ahead and use is the markers right here. It's like you get the markers. Let's see here. Go ahead and use it. These two markers right here. But go ahead and add some detail right here. You got the rainbow color right here. Of course, it's kind of fading out a little bit too. But go ahead and see, add some color right there, and then of course with the pink. But and then go ahead and add a little bit of the blue. Just like this. That with markers, you go ahead and add some marker. Draw a little bit of the coloring right there. It's a marker, and then go ahead and with most people probably think that I would probably say that I kind of use the combination of both marker and and then with crayons. But then of course on your hand too, that you can probably think about it, it's like there's really all kinds of things you can really do with it. It's like either one, it's like even with the paintbrush, is that if you want to add some artistic detail. It's like the way I was thinking about it is that if you were to draw yourself a picture of something, it's like it could be in a doctor's office or in a dentist's office or something to entertain the kids. That one thing I remember whenever I used to go to the dentist, of course, is that they would have stuff like maybe coloring books for the kids to keep them entertained. And then one, of course, thing that it's like make sure that knowing about if it's a doctor's appointment or if it's a fact about a test or surgery, anything like that going on, that more likely to have a coloring book where they can keep themselves entertained. It's like something that gets something off your mind. It is. And of course one of those things of course is being able to add detail to like what you call creative art. Is that I went ahead and drew this tractor right here. It's by the scene. It's like right here. It's near the ocean. It is. And then the scene right here is like is getting some practice. It's like on the sand track. It is sand beach track. It is. It's like number 5. And then you got right here is the tractor right here for it is the Chewall. Chewall is like, I guess that's the name of the tractor. But anyway, but you got right here is that speedrunner. And then this is one thing, of course, that I just of course thought about is if you want to try to make one of the characters, I'll go ahead and use the brown. Go ahead and work on say it's a tractor. But I never tried this before. But of course, I guess at least try. But go ahead and maybe try to work on making it look like it's 3D. I remember that whenever I was in the doctor's office at one time, that they would give you like a 3D image of a fly. I don't think it was a mosquito, but it was a fly, and they say that touch the wings on the fly. It is. But just give it some an outline, just look like if it were actually popping out. And more likely, you probably think about is that there's that certain way, I guess that certain way to make it look a little bit 3D. It is. It's like make it look like it's that it's hopping out of the photo. It is. But other than that you probably have it to where other things that you can maybe do just to make it look 3D. It's like, really with 3D glasses, that's really the only way. Like with 3D glasses, unless if you want to maybe try, it's like add just another color. It's like maybe a little darker color right there. It's like add a few shadows that may look up here. It's like a little bit more realistic. Go ahead and add like a little some dark areas right back in here, just to make it look a little bit 3D. But I'll be like, I know what real 3D is, and that ain't 3D. But I would say just kind of experiment around with what you can do with the crayons and then the markers and stuff. Other than that, that's kind of how I learn in art classes. Just go ahead and just add some detail right there of some color, shade right there. It's like you got that. It's like one. You start out with the edges, make the edges darker, and then it makes it. As they describe, makes it look a little bit more, but they say it's holistic, and it's like as if it's actually popping out of the page. It is. Very just lightly, just add some shade right there. It's like it kind of looks like you got right there is focused on it's like the picture, and then of course about how it looks, that go ahead and add just a little bit of color right there. Other than that, you got the ground right there, and then along with the tractor right there. And then other than that, is like that with Doc right there. With Doc, it's like you add a little shadow right there. It's like under there. But other than that you got right here is like for Speedrunner. With Speedrunner, it's like the cloud of dust. It's like, I don't know if I will be able to make this look 3D or not. But on the other hand, too, that you probably think about is like say for the definition, it's like for the word beach, it is beach, and then along with is with ocean. What you got right here is it's like with these crayons right here, is that you'll work with it. It's like with the crayons. It's like if you want to put some artistic talent in for the sandy area right here. It's like you got highlights for the sandy areas to get the green, and then along with the pink. Most of us will probably say that it's like the details that they usually see on a sandy beach more likely would be is that green. The only green that you really see maybe come from the fish, or maybe it's like the starfish, or maybe the seahorses, whatever it is. It's like seashells. But other than that, you got right there is the color, and then all like this, like the study. It's like about ocean. It's like a place. It's like, I guess you describe it as a body of water. A body of water. It's like a body of water. It's like so far it's salt water. It's like, yeah, I guess there may be some places where there is clear water, but then on your hand too, that I guess all depends on where you go. But other than that, like a body of water, that measures. See here, that measures. That measures at about I would say 11,002. I would just say guess 11,250 see square miles. It is see square miles. So I guess if you were to calculate that on a calculator, it's like knowing about the square miles, and then so that would be at about see here how much how far is like so far with how far the oceans oceans would take up about that much space. It's like for that amount of wide of a length for the sea. But other than that, with most seas, that I guess that they would be measured at least by maybe 500 feet. It is something like that. Never really did any research about that. It's like the Arctic Ocean, Arctic Sea. The Arctic Ocean, or is like the Pacific Ocean. I think the Pacific. Let's see here, the Pacific Pacific Ocean, I guess, will be one of the largest. It is, and then off to the east and west, it is, and then the Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean, but